Councilmember Lisette Servin,
Presente.
Councilmember Maria Cecilia Cruz,
Present.
Councilmember Esteban Rosales,
Present.
Councilmember Javier Vargas,
Present.
Vice Mayor Tadeo Asael de la Hoya,
Present.
Mayor Nieves Raydell.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Councilmember Vargas, could you please lead us?
Yes, Mayor.
Item number 3, invocation, Ms. Elida Valenzuela, Police Chaplain.
Good afternoon, all. Hay un antiguo proverbio que dice, donde no hay dirección sabia caerá el pueblo, mas en la multitud de consejeros hay seguridad. Dios Todopoderoso, en esta tarde se han reunido aquí la presidenta municipal de esta ciudad junto a su concilio y funcionarios públicos que se interesan por esta ciudad, a quienes pongo en tus manos para que les des espíritu de sabiduría para elegir las mejores decisiones y el dominio propio para manejar con gentileza los desacuerdos que se presenten. Mira su disposición y apertura para recibir tu guianza y tu bendición para esta junta y para el bien de esta ciudad de San Luis, Arizona. Y por tus muchas misericordias y tu gracia, te ruego que te quedes con ellos hoy y les muestres tu bien y tu favor para que los libres también de todo mal. Amén.
Amen. Thank you.
Item number 4, call to the public. This is the time for the public to comment. Under ARS Section 38-431.01L, members of the City Council shall not discuss or take legal action on matters raised during an open call to the public that are not properly noticed on this agenda for discussion and legal action. At the conclusion of an open call to the public, individual members of the City Council may respond to criticism made by those who have addressed the City Council, may ask staff to review a matter, or may ask that a matter be put on a future agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Although there's a motion, a second, all those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries.
I'm a little confused. I thought we were doing call
Mayor,
to the public.
they skip call to, it was called to the public.
Yeah.
It wasn't consent agenda.
It's item number 4.
You read consent agenda or call to the public? Call to the
Oh,
public.
call to the
Oh, to the public, sorry. Okay, anybody from the public that wishes to speak?
Guillermina Fuentes, 1638 North Ninth Avenue. Hoy les voy a hablar sobre las cartas de represalias que dirigió la alcaldesa, no nada más a concejales, a 3 concejales, pero a otros 3 diferentes miembros de la comunidad, incluyéndome a mí en las cartas. En mi opinión, esas cartas de intimidación se nos está exigiendo disculpas públicas o nos demandarán, que creo que ya fui demandada, causando así terror público para todo aquel que se atreva a levantar la voz. En mi opinión, amenazando a cada uno de nosotros que se atreva a criticar su mal gobierno, no le está funcionando, y debería saber a esta hora que en un puesto público se expone a críticas como ella misma lo hizo en su momento. No nada más criticando, pero difamando a otros anteriores alcaldes. Nosotras, señor alcalde, no somos sus empleados ni seguidores o marionetas que funcionemos cuando nos truenan los dedos. Y tener dinero no le da el derecho en cerrarle la boca a los que malopinamos de usted. Ni seremos sordos ni ciegos a los abusos y represalias que se cometen en nuestra ciudad. Si los ciudadanos de San Luis le escogieron para que los mal representara y a usted no le parece ser criticada o señalada para que haga las cosas bien, pues entonces usted no es para el puesto que se llama alcalde, o sea, representante del público, señora.
Muchas gracias. Next, anybody else that would like to come forward?
My name is James Allen Jr. I live at 1549 East Babbitt Lane. I'm a United States Navy veteran of 21 years. I heard during our last get-together, I guess, well, the mayor, she had vacated, before an issue was being brought up, something about 10th Avenue and an agreement from the person that is the, land developer, that with the city, that they had made with the city about improvement or something of that nature. Now, this particular item, I guess it's been sitting in the wind for over 10 years or a little bit more than that, but it's been kicked the can down the road. My thing is this. I was always taught my word is my bond, my written signature is my responsibility. And I would like to ask, does anyone else in here feel the same way? If we make an agreement, we're to stand on it or have just cause why we should not, which would absolve us of it. But by covering it up, and then now we're down the road a piece, as you said, Mayor, you're a very wealthy lady. I mean, God bless you. But your accountability is your responsibility. Lawyers can come, lawyers can go. But ultimately, we pay for our deeds, whatever we do. And I just ask you, please do the right thing.
Thank you. Anybody else? Please come forward.
Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Gloria López y vivo en... Ay, ya se me olvidó hasta mi dirección. Ok, bueno, vivo ahí en la Cerros Street. Señora, mi pregunta es, ¿por qué ahora tengo 40 años de residente aquí y ahora ya desde el año pasado están cobrando por venir al evento del parque del 4 de julio? ¿Eso a usted se le parece bien? ¿A usted se le hace bien eso, que estén cobrando $2 o más? Nosotros no tenemos dinero, como usted dijo, aquí somos gente del FIL, nosotros ahorita no tenemos trabajo y queremos estar en ese evento. Así que por favor quite eso, porque si es para beneficio de toda la ciudad, está bien, pero queremos verlo con nuestros ojos, que usted haga algo. Debería de hacerlo a carretera y eso de las filas que se hacen para entrar. Pues,
Señora,
mire, ¿sabe qué?
señora, un minuto, nada más. No hay necesidad, señora, que levante la voz.
Y
Puede
queremos llegar a
calmarse.
nuestra casa y son unas filotas hasta allá, hasta Gasden, señora. Por favor, ayúdenos.
Ándele.
¿Ok? Gracias.
Ok, muchas gracias. ¿Alguna otra persona? Si no, continuamos.
Item number 5, proclamations presentations. Item number 5A, proclamation on Elder Abuse Awareness Day, June 15th, 2025. Item number 5B, proclamation on Juneteenth Day, June 19th, 2025. Item number 5C, proclamation on Waste and Recycling Workers Week, June 16th through the 24th, 2025. Item number 5D, proclamation on LGBTQ Pride Month, June 2025. Item number 5E, proclamation on Men's Health Month, June 2025. Item number 5F, proclamation on National Homeownership Month, June 2025. Item number 5G, proclamation on Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Month, June 2025. Now therefore be it resolved that Mayor Nieves Rydell hereby declares the proclamations in the city of San Luis, Arizona, this 18th day of June 2025. Item number 5H, recognition of the city of San Luis for receiving the Industrial Commission of Arizona Small City PEP Safety Award. Maria Sabori, Risk Manager, and Yolanda Dueñas, Facilities Supervisor.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of the council. My name is Maria Sabori, Risk Management. I would like to invite Victor De La Torre, our Safety Officer, and Yolanda Dueñas to be present during this presentation, please. It is with great pride that we share some outstanding news on behalf of the City of San Luis. On April 28th, during a special ceremony held at the Industrial Commission of Phoenix, the City of San Luis was honored with the Industrial Commission of Arizona's Small City PEP Safety Award. This prestigious award recognizes our city's ongoing commitment to employee safety, workplace hazard prevention, and proactive risk management practices. It is a significant honor and a testament to the collective efforts of every city employee within the City of San Luis. Our risk management team and facility supervisor were present to receive this award on behalf of the city. Their leadership and dedication have been instrumental in advancing our safety programs, but this achievement would not have been possible without the involvement and vigilance of each department and every employee of the city. From reporting hazards to participating in safety trainings, the San Luis team has truly embraced a culture of safety. This recognition not only highlights San Luis as a model of safety among Arizona's municipalities, but also underscores the importance of teamwork in creating a safe and efficient workplace for all. During June 4th, we were also honored with a visit to the city by the Industrial Commission of Arizona and OSHA representatives. During this visit, they toured a few of our facilities. They were very grateful and for everyone's kind hospitality and enthusiasm, and very impressed with our facilities that they visited. To help us celebrate this recognition, along with all city employees, we have taken pictures of each city department with the recognition flag issued by the ICA. We would now like to share with you a short video reflecting those pictures and honor the people who made this achievement possible.
In the heart of the desert, dedication rises with the sun. And in San Luis, Arizona, our team shines even brighter. For 7 years, every department, every individual, from facilities to first responders, has stood for one core value: safety. Due to their unwavering commitment, our risk management and facilities divisions have earned the prestigious PEP Recognition Award, an honor presented by the Industrial Commission of Arizona for maintaining injury rates significantly below the industry average.
I'm presenting the award for the PEP program. It's the Public Entity Partnership Program. And I'm very happy to award that this year to the city of San Luis. This year was the first year I actually got to go down there. I've lived in Arizona my entire life. I never got to visit the city. It's just a really cool border town down there. And I was so impressed with the thought that they put into their safety programs. You can tell the enthusiasm when you go out there and speak with their employees. The employees are well versed in their safety and health programs. They have a great rapport with the safety and health managers and risk managers that they have on board. They also maintain a solid relationship with us through the years, utilizing our services. When I was down there, all of their facilities were in great shape. Their people were happy to meet us. They're happy to work with us. And so it is my pleasure to award the awards to Ms. Maria Sabori and the team at San Luis.
It's not just a policy, it's a culture. A culture made possible by the people behind every department. To every team member, thank you. This award belongs to you.
Congratulations to the entire team of the City of San Luis for earning this important recognition. We look forward to continuing our commitment to excellence and safety. And now, if you like, we'd like to ask you for a picture with the Safety Award.
Would you please come to the front?
We'd like to invite Ms. Adela as our Division Director as well.
Thank you. Congratulations to every single city employee. You make us look good. What can I say? It's a difficult job, and all of you get up in the morning and do your best. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You deserve this and more. Thank you so very much.
Mayor, I would like to also make a comment.
Sure.
I just want to make a comment that I had a conversation with the chair of the Industrial Commission, Mr. Dennis Kavanaugh, and he had mentioned that he was the attorney that fought to ban the short handle hoe. I thanked him for his hard work because my mother, who is now with the Lord, has told us of the short hoe and how Cesar Chavez came to Mendota, California, where I'm from, and had called the huelga, and all the farm laborers had to stop working. Also, she had mentioned that the laborers were bent over for 8 hours and how it caused back problems. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything you do for our employees to ensure their safety. I express my appreciation for his work on banning the short handle hoe. So congratulations, team, and everybody else who participates. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, Mayor. I just want to thank you, Maria Sabori, and all her team for making the city of San Luis a safe place to work with and always putting the employees' safety first. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Anybody else?
Mary, I'm sorry. Sure. This is the second time the city of San Luis gets this award, 2021, I believe. So amazing. Thank you.
If nobody else, can we continue, please?
Item number 5I, presentation of certificate of achievement for excellence in financial reporting to the City of San Luis Finance Department for the City of San Luis's comprehensive annual financial report for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024. Jenny Torres, Acting City Manager.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council. We are extremely happy that, risk management has taken the lead. And, 3 years ago when they met with the department directors, there was no hesitation from any of the directors to say, yes, we want this program. And her persistent and continued support from other departments has made that happen. So congratulations. But tonight we also have another award for our finance team, and I want to read on the email that I forward to them. I said, I'm very proud of every single one of the finance department who contribute to obtaining this award. This achievement is a testament to all your hard work and dedication, but especially to your teamwork. I'm very proud of the talented and dedicated individuals within the finance department. This award reflects your commitment to excellence. Thank you for your continued efforts in making this award a reality. So very proud, for both departments, and I want to go ahead and have Ms. Rola come up with her staff. Big smiles, 1, 2, 3. Listo? Thank you. Rola, you want to say a few words?
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council members. I'm so proud to be part of the Finance Department for the City of San Luis. I'm so thankful to have the team that we have. Our team has been working very hard with all citywide, all department managers, all city staff. Thank you so much for believing us and having working for the City of San Luis. We are committed to work as excellence, and we always do the best that we can do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 5J, presentation by the Salvation Army on their services in the city of San Luis. Lieutenant Jonathan Herzog, Salvation Army.
Well, good evening, honorable members of the San Luis City Council, Vice Mayor and Mayor. Thanks for having me here tonight. And San Luis, thanks for having us here. It's a privilege to speak before you tonight on behalf of the Salvation Army. It's a global movement that has served people in need since 1865. Our mission is clear and consistent. It's to preach the gospel of Jesus and to meet human needs in his name without discrimination. Though our mission, it never changes, our methods are always adapt to the real needs of the communities that we serve. We're excited to begin a presence in San Luis, and though we've always served San Luis, we've never had a physical footprint in San Luis. Our presence in San Luis, it began with a simple conversation. I reached out to the city to explore how we might be able to meet with the city and learn about needs right here in this community. I asked if there might be a space available once or twice a month for our Yuma caseworker to meet with residents and maybe bring a few food boxes. I wasn't expecting much, just a small place to start. And to my surprise, Mayor Nieves Rydell personally called me back, and she offered us a space rent-free in her own office building in Plaza Rydell. And not for just a few months or a year, but for 3 full years rent-free. That was an offer I could not take. The single act of generosity had opened the door for what is now a fully operational satellite office and client choice food pantry, serving San Luis and the surrounding areas. In just our first week, we've already been able to provide food assistance to over 66 households here. And I believe this is only the beginning of something bigger, much bigger. So today, we are pleased to not just be able to offer more than just food. We're going to be able to offer citizens of San Luis utility assistance, access to our adult rehabilitation centers, summer camp. We got any youth in here? Summer camp. We have a beautiful camp up in Northeast Arizona that I was just at yesterday, where if there's any kids in San Luis that have a parent that's incarcerated, if there's any military veterans in this town that have an honorable discharge, or any Native affiliation, we can send those kids to summer camp absolutely free. Additionally, we have a client choice food pantry. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, families can access this at least once a month. They can go to this client choice food pantry from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 to 3, and services are available to all Yuma County residents with just a simple annual registration. So we have hired San Luis staff member, and I'd like her to stand. Her name is Lizbeth Vasquez. We're glad to have her on our team. She is going to be leading our operations down here in San Luis, and we're also grateful for already the 3 dedicated volunteers from the San Luis community who are already helping people to receive food to help stock that pantry each week. But we're going to need some help from this community. We're going to need to get the word out to make sure that food insecurity is met and that we're able to help address hunger wherever it exists. And I know it exists right here. So personally, I'd love to offer any member of this council a tour of the new space at 1910 East Cesar Chavez Boulevard at Plaza Rydell. It would be an honor to get to know each and every one of you and hear your heart for this city and what you believe the needs are and how the Salvation Army could play a role in this town. This work, it's personal to me. I'm a Salvation Army officer today because somebody once reached out to my family. We were, in the early 90s, we were homeless with no place to go. And somebody gave my family a hand up. And that changed everything for my parents and for us. And that's why I believe not in handouts, but hand-ups. I believe in dignity, opportunity, and lasting change. And I believe in a town of 40,000 people, there's got to be some need here. So we want to be a part of that. We're glad that we're here. We're incredibly thankful for the opportunity to serve in San Luis, and we're hopeful to be a part of its future for many years to come. At this time, I, with your permission, would like to take a moment to recognize the extraordinary generosity and compassion of, as she doesn't even want to be recognized as mayor, but as just Nieves Rydell, somebody whose heart wants to help this community. But today, I want to recognize you, Mayor, for your hard work, your belief in the San Luis people, for opening up a space for an organization like ours to come in and help address need right here. Her support, it wasn't just a simple act of leadership, it was an act of personal kindness. She's not doing it for political reasons. She did it because she loves this community and she wanted to see real help and reach real people. So Mayor Rydell, can I please present you with an award, if that's an okay? Yeah. I'm going to ask Elizabeth to come up. So I want to present this to you, Mayor. This says, with heartfelt gratitude for your vision, generosity, and unwavering support in establishing the San Luis Salvation Army Satellite Office, thank you so much for affording us the space and the opportunity to help meet the need right here in San Luis. God bless you. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to my talk, and thank you for being here. This is just the beginning of great things to come. This is my community. This is one of the few things that I enjoy being the mayor, okay? Not being recognized because I have money or I have enemies. We all have those things. But because I know that my family and my heart are in the right place.
Dios te bendiga.
Thank you.
And if I may, I'm going to ask Elizabeth Vasquez to just speak to you a little bit more about what she's seen this week, a little bit about herself and what our mission is here in San Luis.
Buenas tardes, concejales. Well, my name is Lisbeth Vasquez. I have been a resident here since I started middle school. So it's a long time ago, but I started being a community advocate since 2010. So I saw the need in our community. I saw that we need education and be someone trustworthy. So I always loved San Luis, and I knew that something big was going to happen. So I stay here. I stay here and advocate for our community. Now we do have the Salvation Army where we can help. We did over almost 70 applications this past 2 days, so it was a lot of work. So we have one of our volunteers, Columba. She has been like really hands-on. And also we have one of our board members, Luisa Arriola. So without our volunteers, our board members for the Salvation Army, this cannot be possible. So I invite you, each one of you council, to come visit our office, see how can you help, how can you volunteer so we can grow this bigger and serve more for our community. And thank you.
Excuse me, Mayor, I would like to comment, if I may. Congratulations to Salvation Army Lieutenant. What an honor to have your presence here. As a man of God, we give all the glory to the Lord, but we want to thank, I don't know how to address, do I address Nieves Rydell for doing this act of, that's amazing. 3 years of rent-free Congratulations, Nieves Rydell. And also the volunteers, it's gonna be a lot of work. There's a lot of need here, but what an amazing opportunity to serve our community. I didn't get the opportunity, so thank you, sir. I also didn't get the opportunity to thank our finance department, kind of got skipped over, but congratulations, you guys shine bright, all of you guys do. This is amazing how you guys are displaying excellence and making our city shine, so thank you, finance department.
Thank you.
Can I say something real quick as well? Hey, thank you, Lieutenant, for being here, and also for everybody who's helped to bring you here into our community. I know it's greatly appreciated and valued here. My sister works for a middle school here, and she tells me all the time with kids who struggle, and now you being here gives them a place where they could go, not be judged, and get the help that they need. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Councilman.
Anybody else? Thank you.
Item number 6, consent agenda. All matters are considered to be routine by the City Council and will be enacted by one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Do we vote again?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Item number 7, discussion and possible action items. Item number 7A, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding required traffic control improvements as part of the Port of Entry expansion project. Manuel Hernandez, Assistant Director of Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, honorable council members. Public Works is here this evening seeking your approval to authorize staff to contract construction services with Westmore Electric for the required traffic control improvements as outlined in the intergovernmental agreement with GSA at our port of entry. As part of our IGA, with the City of San Luis is responsible for improvements such as working on curbs, gutters, and sidewalks, salvaging traffic signal equipment, modifying existing signal heads and controller, and other important signalization upgrades to support the new traffic flow. Public Works is requesting approval to accept the construction services proposal in the amount of $68,964, waive formal procurement procedures, and approve a budget transfer as detailed in the fiscal impact statement. This purchase does fall under the provisions of our City Purchasing Code, Executive Services, Exclusive Services, and is under the Arizona Revised Statutes bidding thresholds. Also, as a note, Westmore has informed Public Works that the materials are scheduled to arrive in July. This request is for authorization to issue a purchase order so that the materials can be ordered in a timely manner.
Any questions, comments from council? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to direct staff to contract construction services from Westmore Electric, Inc. for $68,964 to waive formal procurement procedures and to approve the budget transfer as presented in the fiscal impact statement.
Second. There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Gracias, Manny.
Item number 7B, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the acceptance and award of a construction manager at risk, CMAR, pre-construction services contract to PCL Construction, Inc. for the pre-construction design phase of the West Wastewater Treatment Plant Expansion Project. Jorge Perez, Assistant Director of Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, staff, and members of the community present. Jorge Perez, Assistant Director of Public Works. As read on the title of the item, Public Works is hereby presenting before you a pre-construction services contract with PCL Construction, Inc. PCL was the second in rank on the evaluation that was done by the city for the contractor to be selected for the expansion of the wastewater treatment plant. As you may recall, we began negotiations with the #1 ranked firm, which was MGC Contractors, but we couldn't agree or reach an agreement on the contract terms, and therefore we're hereby asking council to approve the contract with PCL Construction. And this is for the pre-construction services only.
Any questions, comments from council? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to accept and award the pre-construction services agreement to PCL Construction Incorporated in the amount of $339,214.96 for the West Wastewater Treatment Plant Expansion Project.
Second. There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries. Gracias, Jorge.
Item number 7C, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the City of San Luis accepting the proposed change order number 1 from Pacific Advanced Civil Engineering, Inc., PACE, pertaining to the design of the West Wastewater Treatment Plant expansion. Jorge Perez, Assistant Director of Public Works.
Good evening again, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. I'm presenting this item as well, and we'll be presenting the following one. This item pertains to the same project that you just approved, pre-construction services contract for PCO. In this case, we received a design proposal about a year ago from PACE, Pacific Advanced Engineers, to do the design of the treatment plant. It was approved, and the design is actually at 90% at this stage. We're going to be having a workshop with the contractor next week on that 90% design. As the design moved along, the Department of Public Works, along with the designer, identified the need for a pumping station to be designed within the treatment plant to reuse the water that is going to be produced as a Class A effluent. The reuse of the water will be within the treatment plant at this stage, but we plans to reuse it in the future for irrigation purposes and other needs within the city of San Luis. That triggered a change order in the scope of the design. So PACE gave us a proposal for the design of the reuse pumping station, and we also included a power system study that is needed for the electrical portion of the design. The proposal is at the amount of $125,470, and staff is seeking council approval.
Any comments, questions from council? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve change order number 1 from Pacific Advanced Civil Engineering, Inc., PACE, in the amount of $125,470 as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Gracias.
Thank you.
Item number 7D, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding budget transfer to complete safety improvements at the Price Center building. Jorge Perez, Assistant Director of Public Works.
Hello again. At this time, I'm presenting on behalf of Public Works, but also on behalf of the Facilities Division. As you know, the Price Center, it's partially used by the ACT call center, and the other half, it's vacant and is being used by the city as needed. Staff along risk management, fire department, fire inspector, and building safety identify some improvements that are needed to enhance, or I guess to provide a more safe and adequate space to be utilized. We're seeking council approval to produce a budget transfer off capacity from the wastewater treatment plant project to the enterprise account of the Price Center. Those improvements include the completion of the drywall that separates the ACT part of the building from the rest of the building. There's a few walls that need to be demolished for safety purposes, and we're also including a fire alarm system on the south side of the building. And also, we will produce engineer plans to provide electrical equipment, basically lights or electricity, to the south side of the building.
Any comments, questions? I do have a question.
Yes, Mayor.
Is the sprinkler system in place, and is it working?
The sprinkler system is fully functional within the entire facility. What we don't have on the south side is an alarm system. Strobes, and something that will let whoever is in that side of the building, that there may be a fire. So we're looking to add an alarm system to the sprinkler system that is already functional.
Great, thank you. Anybody else?
Mayor, I have
Sure.
a question. What do you guys see in the future for this building? Is the city staff gonna use it for staff purposes, for city business, or?
So I guess that's more of an admin question.
Sure, I can address that. Council member, at this point, we're only using it as a storage. Obviously, we don't have the funding to put as much money as we could if we wanted to turn it into something different. What we're addressing today is just the safety measures to be able to use it as a warehouse. I know that in the past, it has been talked about having some type of community center, not a community center, it was a, trying to remember. Yeah, like an activity center. We had talked about using it for like a warehouse and distribution for city. So there's been indoor soccers. I mean, we had a lot of ideas about what to use that building. Unfortunately, we don't have the funding to do most of those activities, so we're trying to utilize it as a storage facility for in the meantime, until we could identify funding and identify a project that the community can benefit.
I just want to, thank you, Jenny. Well, maybe if the city needs it for staff, maybe that's something we can do. I mean, the city is growing and we have new employees, and I mean, that's something else that we could invest in and think of also. Thank you.
Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the budget transfer from account 310-311-90015, capital outlay, to account 802-820-720, building maintenance, in the amount of $35,000 as presented.
Second, there's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 7E, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding adopting a notice of intent to amend the collection fee for our utility and ambulance accounts. Raul Encinas, Director of Finance, and Edgar Esparza, Billing and Collections Manager.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of council. Edgar Esparza, Billing and Collections Manager, and along with me, Raul Encinas, our Finance Director. So the item that is being presented tonight is the notice of intent to amend our collection fee for our utilities accounts and ambulance billing. And to give you a little more background, back in 2020, the City of San Luis entered into an agreement with Valley Collection Services to recover any debt on accounts for utilities and ambulance. The established collection fee was 20% for utilities, and this fee was added on the account's balance. On the other hand, for ambulance billing, it was 15%, and this fee was taken out of the account balance. So after reviewing the amounts in collections versus the amounts that the Valley Collection Services has collected, we believe that changing our accounts to a local collections agency to the Yuma County area will increase our collection rate. And Sonia, if you can please open up the collection report. And this is just to show you briefly the amounts that we currently have in collections and how much Valley Collection Services has been able to collect. So for utilities, we have sent $46,239.43, and they have only been able to collect $11,678.98, which does roughly about 25%. And for ambulance billing, they have sent $1,224,995, and this collection agency has only been able to collect $22,653. So that is a 2%. However, if we move, once we move to that new collection agency, they have higher collection rates. So they have a 25% collection fee, which is 5% more than our current collection fee for utilities, and 10% higher than our current collection fee for ambulance billing. So they also have a 30% collection fee on all accounts with balance under $25, and 40% collection fee on accounts referred out of the state of Arizona. That concludes. our presentation. I don't have any questions or comments.
Any comments, questions from council?
I have a couple of questions. Since when is the city has had this amount owed to the city?
For utilities or ambulance billing?
Well, if it's not the same date for utilities and then.
So for utilities, this is in the span of 5 years. Well, the original batch that we sent to collections, it was from 2015 to all the way to now. So those are for utilities, those accounts come from 2015 to now. And for ambulance billing,
So Vice Mayor, from ambulance billing, since we began our ambulance services here in-house, is from 2020, October 2020 to now.
I got a question. Maybe you guys know the answer. Other cities has the same problem that we have collecting for their ambulance services?
Yes, all ambulance services within the state of Arizona have the same, we have the same percentage of uncollectible, which is like 40%, but we do believe that having our collection agency in Yuma County, it will be very helpful for us, and the collection rate will increase.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
On the utility side, are those accounts of people that have left the city?
what was that, I'm sorry?
On the utilities, the accounts closed of people that have left the city for the last 10 years, or?
It's accounts that they have closed their utility account and they moved to a new residence. But for example, if I'm with my spouse on my utility account and, well, it's the utility account under my name, and I close my account and I've moved to another residence, once we put your social, it will flag you as with a bad debt. So we will bill you for that, and we will not pull you on the new service until you pay that debt. But if my spouse makes the contract, she has no record with us for that. So not necessarily that they have left the city, but they no longer have a utility account with us.
So we're knowingly opening new accounts to people that owe us money?
No, so we're not opening accounts to customers or residents that have money that they owe to us. So for, like I was saying, if I have an account that has a balance, a pending balance, if I want to make a new account on another residence, I will not be able to do that because I have to pay that debt first. But since I don't have a record on my wife, or there's no record on my wife, she can go ahead and open that account herself. So we currently do not have any new accounts with customers that have a past due balance or an account with a balance.
But that's, according to this chart, is minimum compared to almost, 9,000 services that we have in the city?
So, yeah, we have more than 9,000 services. Yeah, so it's only this amount that we have.
It's a small problem. It is a problem, okay? I'm not saying that it's not, but compared to the amount of people that is living here and is moving here, is minimum compared to other cities. People are always going to find a loophole.
Well, on that is $46,000, but then going to the ambulance, it's over $1 million that people owe us. I don't know, just when this project was presented back in 2020, this was one of the many questions that many people asked, and we were told that this was not going to be a problem. But here we are, $1.2 million.
Yeah, and to give you an idea, we have 1,095 accounts under that million, which 56 patients out the 1,095, they have multiple accounts. We have patients with 2, 3, 4, 5 transports, different transports.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yes.
Yeah, I know that it's a lot of money on the ambulance side, but they're providers that do not reject anybody. So they're very compassionate, and I know the city takes a hit, but I would like to hear from maybe somebody from the fire department, the ambulance department, if they are here, to maybe elaborate a little bit more on that subject?
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of council. Indeed, yes, we cannot refuse the right to anybody that requests transports. So that's why a lot of these transports are unpaid. We're actively trying diligently to get the money back, and that creates the negative balance that we have at this point. So, the billing department does try their best. Their collection rates are above average compared to other cities. But yeah, we still have a deficit.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Anybody else? It's going to get worse if they cut the Medicare, if they have the cuts that they're planning in the federal government. I think it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. And yeah, it's only human to provide these services. It's life and death. So what can you do? Thank you. Anybody else? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the notice of intent as presented.
Second.
It's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 7F, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding authorization for the purchase of 48 touchscreen mobile data computers using the State of Arizona Department of Public Safety Local Border Support Funds. Alan Guevara, Lieutenant.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, staff, and members of the public. The State of San Luis Police Department is seeking approval for the purchase of 48 touchscreen mobile data computers, vehicle docks, and adapters. The MDCs, which are the mobile data computers, will be assigned to all staff engaged in law enforcement. That will replace our current MDCs, which are scheduled to be obsolete at the end of this current year. The equipment will be purchased from the Code 3 Technology Company, who have provided a bid of $291,448.50, tax, including tax, and are an official authorized vendor for the GTAC products being purchased. The GTAC products are covered under the Sourcewell contract, number 090122-GET.
Any comments, questions for Lieutenant Guevara? If not, I'll entertain.
I do have a quick question, Mayor. So this is one for each employee or one for each vehicle?
No, it's for the employees that enforce it, that use the actual mobile, like the TOs, transit enforcement officers, the animal control, and detectives.
So everyone
Yes,
will be covered,
yeah, everyone.
regardless if there's a vehicle or not.
Yes, they have an issued assigned one.
Thank you.
Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the purchase of 48 touchscreen mobile data computers and components for a total amount not to exceed $396,000.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
Item number 7G, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding order number 2025-05, an order of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, approving and adopting the intergovernmental agreement between the city of San Luis and Yuma Union High School District number 70 for funds supporting the San Luis Police Department's participation in the school resource officer assignment at San Luis High School. Nigel Reynoso, Chief of Police.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of council. The San Luis Police Department is requesting approval to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Yuma Union High School District for a school resource officer assigned to the high school. The term of agreement will start from the date of approval from the governing board and will end on June 30th, 2028. The agreement provides overtime funding for an SRO at the high school during a period of 180 school days for 8 hours per day. I will answer any questions that you might have.
Comments, questions? for the chief? No? Then I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve and adopt order number 2025-05 as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
Item number 7H, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding resolution number 2363, a resolution of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, approving the longevity pay plan of March 26, 2025 for contract employees. Adela Cortez, Director of Human Resources.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of council. On March 28, 2025, the City Council approved implementing a salary competitiveness policy for the City of San Luis employees. The salary competitiveness policy allowed for a longevity pay plan to provide additional incentives for long-term employees. While this plan allows contracted employees to receive this incentive, its implementation requires additional authorization pursuant to state law and the City of San Luis Code. By approving resolution number 2363, the city will ensure that the implementation of its longevity plan complies with all applicable laws.
Comments, questions for Ms. Adela?
I do. So the March 28, did it approved for them to participate on this longevity plan, or it didn't?
It did.
So what's the need for the resolution?
Because of city code, contract employees need to have this additional approval.
Then if it's for contracted employees, shouldn't we, council, the ones who approve the contracts, should be discussing this either in executive session or publicly for those particular contracted employees that we're changing that for?
Vice Mayor.
Okay, on the item from March 28, it was on the body of the summary that contracted employees would be a part of this, but it wasn't mentioned on the motion.
Correct.
So to answer my question, shouldn't we be discussing this with contracted employees to change their salaries either in executive session or public session as they desire?
Vice Mayor, you can make that motion if you'd like to do that. It hasn't been the custom to do so for contracted employees, but you certainly could make that motion.
For contracted employees, it has been approved through the budget process and the plans that have been approved, and it has included that language in there, but this is a different longevity plan that we didn't have before. So it's not that I want to change the motion, I'm asking a question. Shouldn't we be discussing this in executive session or not? It's just yes or no. For those contracted employees. Nothing against them getting more money.
Since it is a contract, it is appropriate for executive session. You could also make a motion to go into executive session. In the past, we have included in the resolutions on the salary adjustments, the contracted employees there.
You're correct, but this is a longevity plan, and you're still not answering my question. So I'm going to leave it at that, Mayor.
Okay, so you're not satisfied with the explanation from legal?
It's a different plan for contracted employees. Usually, with the ones that we approve should be discussed either in executive session or in my understanding, or in the public, as whatever they decide on it. But if this is the way to do it, I guess.
Mayor, if I may, if Vice Mayor De La Hoya is uncomfortable, we could call and go into executive session right now to discuss this item.
I'm fine.
Let me think. Do we have to solve this one? Do we have to vote on this one right now? Or can we continue it till Vice Mayor has the answers that he's seeking? I think it's a confusion on the way he's asking the question, and the way the question is being answered. I think it's a matter of communication.
So it can be, the item can be continued and instead be an executive session item?
Yes, the item could be continued. The way I'm understanding the question
Mayor,
is...
I have a question.
Oh,
Is this, we're trying to approve this right now because it's June and it's towards the end of the fiscal year, and if we're going to make payments, then we need to make sure that they receive their stipend or what we approve, the incentive approve? Because if we don't continue it right now, will they lose that? Because, we're ending the fiscal year this month. I just want to make sure that.
I think my understanding is that the funding is already included in the budget. This is more of an administrative matter. If the council feels uncomfortable going through a resolution, we could take it to an executive session right after this meeting. We could do it today, or we could continue and have it in that discussion so that you guys can consider the request.
Okay, we're having a meeting on the 25th. How did everybody feel? Vice Mayor, how do you feel we put it in executive session?
If everyone else feels comfortable,
Okay.
we'll done it right now.
I'm comfortable.
fine. No?
I don't know who else is
Okay,
not
and-
comfortable.
I'm fine.
So we can go ahead and approve it tonight.
Then it's just me, I guess.
Vice Mayor, the way I'm understanding your question is you asked whether it's appropriate it should be in executive session. Like any contract, it's appropriate for executive session. I'm not sure what your question is if that doesn't answer your question.
No, that's fine, but they're ready to vote, so I'm fine with whatever the majority of council decides.
Okay, and then I call for the vote.
Mayor, I move to approve resolution number 2363 as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
Nay?
Let's do a roll call, please.
Councilmember Lisette Servin,
Aye.
Councilmember Maria Cecilia Cruz,
Aye.
Councilmember Esteban Rosales,
Aye.
Councilmember Javier Vargas,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Tadeo Asael de la Hoya,
Nay?
Mayor Nieves Raydell.
Aye.
Mayor, motion carries 5-1.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Adela.
Item number 8, summary of current events. Events by mayor, council members, and/or city manager pursuant to ARS Section 38-431.02K.
Anybody has anything to report?
First.
Mayor? Yes. Okay, we had the opportunity last week to visit Mexico City for the BBBX, which is by National Bridges Border Crossing. We had the opportunity, Councilmember Vargas and Mayor Raydell and myself, we were there. The purpose of our visit was pretty much to talk about the expansion of Port of Entry number 1. And for those of you or the community who do not know, it's a $355 million expansion investment that we're going through right now, and it's in 3 phases, and we're getting ready to complete phase 1 that is happening next fall of 2026. And the purpose for our visit was to let the Mexico government, let them know that we're ready to, we will be ready by next year to open the 16 lanes, which is part of the first phase of the project that will be through Archibald Street and Morelos. So it was really important for us to be there and let them know that we're moving forward because we haven't seen any movements on the Mexican side. For those of us who cross to Mexico once in a while, you can see that you cross and there's no construction going on. But they're aware that we're moving forward and they're going to start looking into that, doing their master plan. So I just wanted to let you know in the community that it is important for us to be at those meetings because we keep advocating for our community, not just us as a border community, but also CBP was there, ADOT, GSA, and we had the opportunity to meet Ingeniera Alejandra Castro Valencia. She's the Secretaria de Infraestructura y Desarrollo Urbano. So we had a conversation with her too, along with our councilette from Hermosillo, I can't remember her name right now, but we also had the opportunity to meet with mayors from Douglas, Nogales, and staff, and it's really important to keep having these type of conversations as we continue to expand our border as well as strengthening our community. So I just want to know the community know that we were there because we are a border community and we were part of the Arizona-Sonora border, and there were other borders represented too, like California and Baja California. So it was a great experience. Councilmember Vargas and myself were there. We continue to move forward on this, and I just want to let the community know that we are doing our job as council members and letting other cities know what we're doing. And what impacted more on my end is that throughout the southern border, there are 4 main projects that they're looking into right now. And out of those 4 main projects, 2 of us are from Arizona. One is the city of Douglas, and the other one is the city of San Luis. So I just want to let you know, because we will continue to have those conversations. We might need to travel a little bit more as the project comes to completion. And this is something that is unique because as we are the San Luis border, this is not something where Somerton, Yuma, Phoenix, or other cities are involved. This is just for us because we're San Luis and we're a border community. I just want the community to understand that, and that we will continue to cherish those relationships, and we continue to have that conversation with the Mexican government. I just wanted to say that. I don't know if Councilmember Vargas wants to add something else to.
Councilmember, I think you say everything. Just to say that we had a meeting before the day of the presentation where we met with the authorities from Sonora, and it's very amazing to see that there are many ports asking for funding from the federal. So it's very important for us to be there, because if you're not really there, it's showing that you really care. So I guess that's it. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yesterday, when was it? 2 days ago or yesterday? Yesterday we.
What event? Because we
Oh,
go through all the city events.
The groundbreaking. It was
For
yesterday.
Comité de Bienestar?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. The groundbreaking for Comité de Bienestar was yesterday. They did the groundbreaking for Phase 2, Bienestar 12. We had the honor of being there and representing the city and seeing the big project that they're doing as well, of bringing more affordable housing. It's something great to always see. And then also afterwards, I was able to participate and go talk to all the booths at the library. That it's called the South County Service presentations. It was all the different services that they provide in the county when it comes to homelessness, drug addiction, for kids, for summer programs, healthcare. So it was a really great fair that they put on. Honestly, I learned a lot. I talked to all the booths, and I don't know if we had that many services, but knowing that we do, and that they're all trying to come to San Luis and help us out in any way that they can, it brings joy to my heart. So that was really cool.
Great. Anybody else? I had a meeting today with Miss Amanda Aguirre from the Medical Mall, and I have great news for anybody that is listening or the people that are here. Early next year, we're going to have the privilege of having our own hospital where moms are going to be able to deliver their babies. I'm looking forward to hearing when they ask people, where were you born? And somebody will say, I was born in the city of San Luis. So that's great news. I'm very proud of the fact that we have somebody like Amanda Aguirre with that vision and the guts to carry through. So this is coming, and it's coming very soon, and hopefully by early next year, we'll have the first baby girl or boy that will be the first born in the city of San Luis. Is a great honor. Is a great accomplishment for the Medical Mall, and I'm very proud of calling Amanda a friend. She's doing an outstanding job, so looking forward. So with that, anybody else?
I just wanted to comment on Saturday, June 7th. We had conversation with council, which was, we had a good turnout. We had some of our constituents make some comments as far as the post office issue, that's his ongoing issue, adding his comment was adding community boxes. The thing that I mentioned was that we have been advocating for this. We've taken it to the postmaster, we've taken it to congressmen. So this is not getting anywhere. So, but I believe we're going all the way to Washington DC, correct, Jenny? So we are working on this issue. This is not just an issue that will get solved here at the post office. It has to go further up. The issue is that they're just saying that there's probably not enough postage coming through the post office since there's so much competition, I'm assuming. But another issue that we were getting addressed was the home-based business, which I mentioned to the person that City Council is working on that, and we don't want to rush on making any decisions really quickly. The reason is because if we rush and make a decision, then we know we will have additional issues to deal with. So we are working on that also. So I want to thank Councilmember Vargas, Lisette, and Councilmember Luis and Esteban for attending. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. If nobody else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. We have a motion, a second to adjourn. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody from the gallery.